Well, if you're like me and just bought a brand new machine, there's one accessory that you should get on this thing pretty quick. Let me show you. And one of the first things you should do to your machine is actually put whips on there. And it's not for the reason you think it is. See, it's not about looking pretty or looking cool. It's actually a safety factor. See, these machines have this little bitty tail light. And the reality is when you're out ripping trails and everything and it gets dusty, gets hard to see, these little lights don't do that well. And that's where a good set of whips that are super bright, that's when it comes into play. Now, I didn't realize how bad my other whips were as far as brightness were until I was sent these by LED Factory Mart. I've got to tell you one thing. These things are super bright and put off a ton of light. And if you're looking for a set, I'm going to put a link down in the description below. We're going to go through, I'm going to show you some of the tips and tricks on installing these things. And then I'm going to show you how well these things actually are and how bright they are. All right, we've got everything out of this thing ready to get the wiring process done on these whips. I've taken a lot more than I probably needed to, but we're doing a couple other things in the process. But we're able to get quickly and easily to our pulse bar plugs, which we're gonna run to a switch here on the dash for the lights so we can turn them on and off. Pretty simple, honestly, to take a lot of this stuff apart. Just a little bit time consuming, but not bad. We'll have a whole other video on taking this stuff apart because let's be honest, not every one of you is going to have a Pro S. So first things first on this install, I had to get a set of brackets. Now these, I'll put a link to. I had these before, not for whips, but for a set of pod lights. And I honestly really kind of like them because you don't have to hold it around. It's literally 2 bolts, but they're all on the same side and they clamp really good. So I've got these mounted up. Now I haven't tightened these up yet because I don't know for sure if this is the angle I want them at, but we've got the brackets on, and then literally we're going to take and run our whip right through there, feed our wire down into our bed area. And that's where we're going to do all the wiring stuff. I'll show you that. Let's get this thing mounted up and go from there. All right, so all I'm going to do, loosen the nut up, take it all the way off. We're going to feed our wire through here. Don't do like I just did. Now I gotta go fishing. Hey, I got lucky. All right, I got lucky. I dropped the nut, but it was in a good spot, thankfully. So now, once I got that fed through there, I can go ahead and put the washer and nut back on. And then literally just gonna tighten it up. That is it. That's all you've gotta do. And if you want to quick disconnect these, here's the cool thing. If you want to quick disconnect them, pull that up, boom, you're done. So you can take your whips off and not have to worry about getting stolen or anything like that. We're not worried about that because we're just putting these things on now. So I'm going to get this thing tightened up real quick. 19 millimeter. Get by with a 3/4 as well. But just going to tighten this up. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so this point is literally just getting your wiring done. And this is the harness you come with. So you're going to see it's clearly labeled left and right. Now, technically, that's only really an issue if you're running, you know, turn signals. That's what you definitely make sure you want to have that for, because I mean, just go ahead and run them the right way to begin with. But we're going to run this, and technically you could just run it straight to a battery if you wanted to and hook it up, and you'll have LED, or you'll have your whip lights working. And you can use the remote to turn them on and off. But I always like having a hardwire switch. So in this case, I've gone with the LED. I found this LED lighted whip switch. We're going to run it. So what we're essentially going to do is I'm going to hook this up. I'm going to feed this through, run a power wire from the pulse bar to a switch, this switch here. And then this switch, I will run it back to here. Now for power wire, I picked up this stuff from Amazon. We're going to run it. It is a pretty decent little cable. It's got a lot of insulation on it. So what I want to show you guys is it's just a 14 gauge, but it's very well insulated on both there, and we have an outer jacket on it. So we're going to run this directly from the switch back to here. And then, like I said, we'll also run this to the pulse bar, to the switch. I'm not going to bore you with wiring all this crap up. You got the gist. I'll show you when I get done hooking it all up before I tidy it all up, and then we'll see how they work. All right, so what I've got is I've got this wire coming in, wrapping down through here, underneath all that, going out the back. I've cut this short piece that is going to go through this hole and it's actually going to attach to the pulse bar. Both of these are going to get hooked up to the switch. What you're going to do is, excuse me, you're going to run both grounds together, and then you're going to have your positive and your pulse bar, which this is one of the plugs for the pulse bar. I'm going to the blue one in the middle for the power, and then the black one will be the ground on it, so we'll go there. And then what we will do is both the black wire off of this piece and this piece is going to tie in to this one right there. And then it's just running back to the lights back here, and we're going to tie them in to the harness back here. So we're going to do away with the battery connections there, and we are going to tie that directly in back here. I got to get all this, I'm leaving all this undone because we're starting from the front, working our way back. All right, we have the switch hooked up, and what we've got here is basically that, whoop, let me drop it a few times. So basically that middle red wire is going to the pulse bar. That's going to go to the pulse bar on the hot. The bottom one there is going to go out to the whip lights. Of course, the negatives are just going to be tied together. We've still got to plug in the pulse bar up here, but before we do that, I'm going to go back here to the back. What I have is just the wire currently just run back here like so. So we're going to figure out the routing for that, where we want all this stuff to terminate. All right, so if I have everything right, which at this point I question the way today is going, I should be able to plug that in the pulse bar. Should be able to turn on my ignition. We've got a light, and I should be able to, look at there, flip it. And now we have lights. So all that seems to be working. If you're wondering how bright they are, well, they're pretty dang bright. Considering we're in a very well-lit room right now, these things are putting off a huge glow. And really the cool thing about this is while you do have the remote, the app is really easy, super easy to get around. And there's so many functionalities, which we're going to go through here in a minute. But just to give you an idea, you can, at the fingertip, you can have any color you want. Not only that, there's a ton of modes and functions that are in these things. But these things put off a ton of light for how well lit we are. Like this room, it really brightens up. So it is, like I said earlier, it's more of a safety factor more than anything to me, is that now I've got extra light that people can see me. I don't hopefully have to worry about them running into the back of me because, well, I'm going to have something playing on this thing, whether it's a solid color or if I'm doing flashing, and they should be able to see me no matter what. All right, so I've killed some of our lighting. That way we got, you can get the full grasp of how bright these things are at nighttime. I mean, we still got some light in here, but you get the idea. Now for the video, I'm actually going to tone it down some because it blows out the camera a lot. But what I want to do is show you some of the functionalities that we have inside this controller. It's really quite awesome, really quite easy. So first off, you have the dial wheels. So no matter what color you spin around to, you're going to get that color on there. So you've got that to be able to pick any color you want, solid color. You have presets down at the bottom that if you have your favorites, you can save them to that. And then of course, you also have your brightness and dimness. And like I said, it blows the camera out because it is super, super bright. So I'm going to dim those things back down. Now, you also have a music mode. So if you want to go into a music mode and let's just say, let's see if I can find a song real quick. Now, you're not going to be hearing it, but it goes into a music mode. There we go. So you get the idea of music mode. It basically plays to the music. We also have a mic mode. So as I'm talking, it's picking up my voice, and it's going to be changing colors based off of that. And so here we're going through a flash. Now, besides that, we have a ton of modes here. Now, there is officially, I want to say, let's just go all the way to the end real quick. 256 modes that you have here. And here you see one of them. Now we can adjust the speed to make these things go faster. We can slow them down. And once again, we have our brightness settings that we can brighten and dim everything. And so there, out of the 256 modes, you can go through and set some presets down at the bottom. So if you have, let's say 5 or 6 of your favorites, you can save them down at the bottom and it'll go right to it. Like we can click on auto and it's going to cycle through. And you'll be able to see this is going to do rainbow. Then it's going to go to the next one. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to scroll into mode 2. We're going to go to mode 3. You get the idea. There is a ton of modes here that we can spend honestly all night going through. But we can go through a little bit of them and you'll see We've got some waterfalling effects with colors. We have some chasing sequences. We have, I mean, there's multiple different chasing type sequences as well. We've got everything in here you can think of to really, well, to your liking. Find a color and combination that you want and like, and you can change it up every so often. Honestly, I found these to have more modes than most of the other whips that I've had and have seen. Honestly, there's probably more modes than you could ever dream about going through. But there's quite a few on here. I'm gonna scroll through a few of them. We'll take a look at them and then we'll get outside. Well, you get the idea. There are a ton of modes, and I'm telling you, go pick you a setup today. You can spend all night going through these different modes. I'm gonna put the code down below. It's LC15. It gets you 15% off this order. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna head outside. We're gonna show you this thing in the real world environment, outside in the darkness, see what you think about it. So I want to share with you guys something that happened to me. So I thought when I got these whips initially that I had an issue with them and that they were broken because, well, it didn't seem to matter what happened. I was having an issue with some of the lights up there. Now, if you go into the app, what you'll find is that in the settings, there is a thing called Dream Settings. And what you're gonna have to do is slide up to get to these. Now, this was set at 100. And what that means is apparently it's recognizing 100 LEDs in this segment. Well, the reality is there's way more than 100. I actually found that I think it's actually 150, but I put 158 in there and set it at that. And boom, it instantly fixed my issue. So now, no matter what color I pick, I get everything on the screen there, or everything on the LEDs. So if you have an issue, maybe part of it's not lit, or maybe part of it's a different color, go into those settings and check and see if you don't have, make sure it's got the right number in there. Like I said, I think you get by with 150, but I found 158 is what I just ended up putting. It may have been a few out. I really don't know how many's in there. I can actually find that out and probably put that down here. But any which way, that 158 number solved all my problems. So now when I go through and if I do any of my styles, that now I actually have the full sequence and it's rolling through like it should. Now I gotta tell you, I am super happy with these whips. They have been fantastic. They're great. They're easy to take apart, even if you have it on. You can still whip these babies off. And the reality is for the money, they are super nice, very well constructed, durable, and the biggest thing, they're bright and they work great. So if you want a set, go down to ledfactorymart.com, use code LC15. I'll put a link down below. Guys, I appreciate you all for watching. We'll see you on the next one.